Attention gamers. Today we've discovered something rarer than a league patch without dozens of bugs. You see, when it comes to League of Lunatics, it's really a male-dominated field, as the only time an all-female team made it to a semi-professional level they became a meme, as every game the boys clubs mopped the floor with them while misogynistically saying they should be mopping the floors instead, as the overall welcoming of girl gamers hasn't exactly been a thing.
Is a female talking to me? Am I no, am I tripping?
And if I were to ask you what champs you would think a high elo girl plays, I'm sure most of you would be saying Yumi, Nami. Really anything you can play on an iPad while your greasy boyfriend hard carries you. But today I found it. A female league player who's actually cracked.
No, you're not. Escape your shit, brother. This is so... Finally predicted an E. Whew.
That's right, no clickbait. No hot tub stream. No link in bio so you can spend your paycheck to look at my nipples, nope. Just Grandmaster Zoe mechanics on a kill-hungry chick, and while she typically plays mid Zoe and stomps, but as an ADC main, when I heard her opinions on ADCs.
ADCs with their fucking weak mental. One of the most easiest roles.
I figured I would pull a rare find of an old game where she actually ripped Zoe support for one of the worst ADCs I've seen, who was a toxic tit licker as well, so sit back, relax, and if her being way better than you at League gives you a complex, consider using Professor to level up your game. Let's say you've been watching this chick pop off and your ego tells you you can start playing Zoe. Professor tells you who to ban, what to build into your matchup on the current patch, and then in loading screen, who to look out for so that they don't get fed. It gives stats on everyone, like saying you look autofilled like you never play Zoe, but clearly you are going to prove that wrong. In-game it has build guides and comparison tools as overlays, but the best feature of this entire app is the gold spent diff feature. Like here you can see that I've spent 700 more gold than Zillion, so I know it's a good time for me to fight him. Anyways, after your team inevitably loses while fighting with each other, you can either play a different game or look at its cutting-edge end-game data report to see where you can improve in future games, so check them out with my link below. It's completely free, easy to use, and let's get into the Zoe Masters game. Alright everyone, say hi to Warm Dinner.
Hello.
And for context, she's been supporting for Inbred Donkeys all morning, featuring 16 death dipshits and rage monkeys who throw flashing temper tantrums when she gets kills, and while my own ADC brain can't comprehend how her hair changes color so often, I was here to learn the ways of Zoe.
Her E-start is very strong. If your ADC plays as aggressive as you can manage to get a kill before the wave crashes.
Yeah, cool in theory, but any strategy that revolves around your teammate not having half their keyboard up their dad's ass is just gonna result in them getting hooked like a dipshit, as she manages to keep it an even trade. But then 10 seconds later this Senna shows she is determined to announce that her parents were siblings. But not to fear, a level 1 Zoe is here as she takes down Anime Ninetales and then goes for a little walk with the chrome cuck of a support while demonstrating that his hooks are indeed dodgeable, before eventually backing out on account of him being
He's big and strong and tanky.
They get back to lane, and while Obama's wife is down here trying to figure out how to get past level 1, she hits the metal moron with a sleeping pill before showing that Ari makes a better window than a door. And then you can tell she's an experienced league player when her next strategy is around keeping her mentally unstable ADC from tilting.
Let's tell our Senna good job. Good job, Senna. Just to make her feel safe and good.
Which comes in handy a few minutes later when she looks at her skill shot and says to Blitz, "I'll show you mine if you show me yours," and thankfully Senna steps in. Unfortunately Senna then stays in, which makes sense if you recall her keyboard is stuck up her dad's ass as she ping flames instead of realizing her own stupidity.
Yikes, she's mad at us. Why is she mad at us? Does every ADC have mental issues?
And as much as I want to say us ADCs aren't the problem, this Senna is putting on an absolute clinic demonstrating why eating Tide Pods because it was a TikTok trend is harmful to your brain development. And then based off of the 3 seconds this Nunu has been on screen, I think it's safe to say she's in loser's queue. But we can speculate all we want. This shit was confirmed to be the case a minute later when she burst down the handshake bot before dodging his Q, only for Nunu to do this.
Wow, this is a clown fiesta. This is a fiesta.
This is now looking dimmer than the lights inside Nunu's head, but I guess you can't count out the damage of a level 4 tranquilizing toddler combined with a Senna who has demonstrated a vast lack of understanding on how computers work up until this point in the game, but it worked out. They push the wave in, but then she's met with a dilemma.
Should we stay and dive her? Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. Okay, nice. This is just a bait. This is just a bait, don't worry. We're not going... That... Okay, we got the kill, even though our bubble landed in Africa.
Gotta respect the mentality of chasing kills over anything else, as she manages to escape without being punished as well, because that's just how she rolls.
This is how you should play the game. Take risks every time.
But apparently not everyone is a fan of her taking risks and so far hard carrying their dumbasses.
My ADC and my jungler are pinging me when I'm the only one with 4 kills on the entire team.
The situation only manages to get worse as you see her hit a 2 hops, this time into Sleepy Pill Prime combo, with Senna contributing as well.
Honestly, I can't tell. Why am I getting pinged?
Turns out Senna can't use abilities, but she sure as hell can ping, while being the reason why
Just do
ADC players have a bad rep in this game.
Here?
But this blonde, sometimes
should be
brunette
no
chick isn't
problem.
new to League and isn't gonna let that shit go unanswered.
You can also just dodge these hooks, but you're bad.
And at a certain point you gotta walk the walk if you are gonna talk the talk, but the only walking this Senna was doing was right into every single hook, but this wasn't Warm Dinny's first rodeo.
We're gonna keep our mental, we're gonna focus, and we'll try to carry this one as Zoe support.
That said, the enemy team getting spoon-fed like an armless infant is starting to go to their heads as they fail an under tower handshake, and turns out a Grandmaster Zoe isn't gonna let that shit slide as she roofies the robot, which lines up the first time this Senna has ever gotten a kill. Ari responds by desk popping a kiss, which isn't a very charming thing to do before getting popped in an easy 2-4-0 fight despite Senna being so far behind, but the second she's not there to hold her ADC's hand, you already know.
I hate this Senna. I really do. At least be good. You're dying and you're getting hooked. And is she going to ping me now as well again?
And to make matters worse, her jungler was getting jealous of how dog shit her ADC was, so he had to join in the Dipshits Anonymous Flame and Blame Convention 2026 as well.
I'm getting pinged for him inting.
Then as someone who has been playing WoW instead of League, I see this.
How likely is that this Senna is going to get hooked again? Oh god. And I'm going to get pinged? Okay, of course.
And I don't miss it.
Why? Why?
The competition between Senna and Nunu for whose father was less present in their lives continues, as it's really neck and neck, all while Zoe is hanging on for dear life, just looking for any opportunity to get in a 1v1 that's not stunted by her own teammates.
But no worries, we don't really care. Dodging, this is how you dodge. It's really not that hard. And I get the kill on the Ari fish.
This gets them the tower, which according to her is when the fun starts because of one thing.
Roaming.
That said, most high elo players sit and farm and play this game like the boring ass way it's intended to play, but one thing I respect about this chick is that she goes full send team deathmatch and lays down her authority no matter what.
But we still go in because we're not pussies.
And slowly, despite her team's best efforts, the game is starting to turn in her favor as she positions in the forest for a little game of surprise you a dead bitch with everyone's favorite champ in the game before forcefully declaring nap time for Blitzcrank and having him wake up dead, which is a swift 2-4 and then a little chase down to make sure no wind shitters live to tell the authorities about what went down in these woods. Then it's bad enough she has to deal with the epitome of dipshit solo queue teammates, but now she also has to deal with 200 years of collective game design with Mel's W, which puts her in a tricky spot, but she's rocking more dodge than a Durango as she escapes the close call, only to later reunite with the boys at the opportunity to slap around a sped win twin.
And we get a kill.
All of a sudden she's fed as fuck just minutes after leaving the lane with Senna where she was being held back as the bouncy boy wall bursts are now being delivered Amazon Prime same day shipping style to every shitter on the enemy team. She still tries to do support things like
save our teammate,
but some things are just beyond saving as she tries to make it worth with a little plug of a butt before focusing on their team's hooker. This cranky robot has the audacity to think he can 1v1 a girl, but his ego becomes his own downfall when he realizes this isn't your typical link tree in the bio type of girl.
He doesn't see me as a real challenge. Yeah.
They start to breach the base in a game that looked more doomed than Lakari's career prospects after showing the world his notepad tabs, and so throw one more dirty McNasty 1v1 in the mix against the ruined simp and voila, that's a wrap boys. Go sub to Warm Dinner on Twitch. I think she's live most days, and brush your teeth tonight. Rav out.